Today is World AIDS Day, a global movement to unite people in the fight against HIV and AIDS. World AIDS Day was first declared by the World Health Organization in 1988, the year at least 10,000 people died of AIDS in the United States. Tens of millions of people have died of AIDS-related causes since the beginning of the epidemic. The HIV landscape looks a lot different now than it did in the 1980s, but the fight is far from over. In 2022, 39 million people globally were living with HIV, and 1.3 million people were newly diagnosed, which is why the people and organizations on the front lines of fighting HIV/AIDS say there is still so much more work to be done. And joining me now is Emmy, Grammy, and Golden Globe winning choreographer, director, and producer, the great and glorious Debbie Allen. She is also an HIV/AIDS awareness activist and will be speaking tonight at the nation's largest World AIDS Day commemoration, which is a concert in Houston. I'm so jealous I'm not going to be there, featuring the one and only Janet Jackson. I'm so jealous, and I'm so honored to talk to you. This is why I love my job. I get to meet amazing people like you. Debbie Allen, welcome.
Thank you so much. You're so beautiful, and you have so much joy, as you should.
Oh, my. Well, tell me about this amazing event. I, again, definitely wish I could be there, but please tell us why is it happening? What is going to happen? Who's going to be a part of it? Give us all the details.
Well, AIDS Healthcare Foundation has become the world's largest and leading AIDS organization, nonprofit. It started out as a group of friends that were trying to create hospice and help their friends die in a very respectful, dignified way. And now it is the leader. And Michael Weinstein, who is the CEO and president, has made this a commitment to bring awareness so people don't forget. Sometimes people think the battle is over because now it's not a death sentence like it was back in the 80s. I lost half of my dance company on fame. My young men, I was in the hospital. I was pregnant with my baby. And I was in the hospital saying goodbye to my daughter, my famed sons. And that's a painful thing to live with. But now there's so much help and there's so much possibility, and people are living productive, healthy, normal lives that are infected with the virus. And people need to just remember that it's still out there. This is a battle that we haven't won yet. It's still a war. And women are high at risk. And so this concert tonight with Janet Jackson is to celebrate all the gains that we've made, all that we have learned, and all the medications and the new ways of living, and also to celebrate those who have gone before us. We did one in New York one year, the Apollo, where we celebrated all the great dancers that have gone on because of the AIDS virus. And this is a tremendous undertaking, and it's something that's very serious but joyful at the same time, because this is a celebration. This is a celebration because people can live now. They don't have to die.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because there was so much that was a huge dichotomy in the 1980s. Obviously, we were all watching Fame and enjoying you and learning about dance and like learning about the arts. But it was a time of, you know, I remember being in New York and you would see people walking down the street. It would almost like you're seeing people who you could see were dying in front of you. It was a frightening era and sort of a glorious era for the arts. We have come a long way, but you mentioned some of these statistics. Although African Americans represent almost 13% of the U.S. population, African Americans today still account for 42.1% of HIV infection cases in 2019. In 2020, African Americans were 7.8 times more likely to be diagnosed with HIV infection as compared to the white population. Talk about how these disparities can still be happening when, as you said, we have so many drug therapies, so much that has gotten better.
Well, it says a lot about the bureaucracy that happens in our country, in the medical profession, in politics, what areas and communities are important. And we just have to stand up and say it out loud. There are disparities. There were disparities with the COVID-19. There were disparities all over. So this is not something new to us, but it's something that we have to speak out about and have great awareness of. You know, this weekend we're going to be celebrating Dionne Warwick at the Kennedy Center Honors, and she was one of the greatest advocates with that amazing song, That's What Friends Are For. She and all the great legendary Elton John and people that got together. But even when they raised millions of dollars, it was the Black community that was not receiving the care that they needed. And Dion took many steps to change that. And the perception, perception is a learned phenomenon. It's not something that is just this is what you see it and that's what it is. You know, the earth used to look flat to the world, and we know that it's round. So we have to keep educating. That's why AIDS Healthcare Foundation is such an important organization, and that we're having this great moment with Janet, that we're talking with you right now. There's a cause for people's ears and eyes to be alert and looking and hearing this.
Well, I am alert and hearing and looking and loving you, Ms. Debbie Allen. You are such a legend. And then you said Dionne Warwick. I got goosebumps because legends all. Debbie Allen, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thank you for speaking with us, and God bless the world.
Thanks.